So there you go, absolute value inequalities. Hopefully you remember what absolute values are. If not, I gave you a refresher one. Okay? Do you remember how we solved these? Remember, we kind of made sure the absolute value was by itself. Right? We drew a line and we said 2x plus 2 equals 14, or 2x plus 2 equals negative 14. And then we solve them. And x equals 6. Solve this one. Okay? Remember we did those? Okay? This is kind of like, this is what we did in Algebra 2. So this is an Algebra 3 class, so we got to kick her up a little bit. I want you to solve that one. I'll raise it up so you can see it. Whoa! I want you to solve that one. The absolute value bars are not by themselves. You have to do some stuff first to it. That's my hint. All right, here we go. Nice color coordination. Now, you have to get this by itself, so the first thing I would do is subtract 6. 3x minus 4 equals 21. At which point, I divide by 3. Divide by 3. X minus 4 equals 7. Now it's all by itself, Carlos. This is why we show work. Next time I do that, I'm going to put a fraction in front of the x and see if you can do it in your head. There you go. X minus 4 equals 7. Or x minus 4 equals negative 7. X equals, oh, imagine that, my hockey number. And x equals negative 3. Right? Fine. Yes. Oh. Now, things you shouldn't do. Red is bad. Okay? Don't distribute. These are not parentheses. These are brackets. Okay? Always take care of the plus or minus first, then divide. Now, you could divide first, but you'd have to divide the 6 by 3 too. Right? Because you have to divide everything. That's why you get rid of this first. Get rid of this first. Okay? You have to. You're not going to get the same number if you don't. It'll be wrong. If you divide by 3 and leave this here, you're going to get 21. 21 minus 6 is 15. So now you have a 15 here. Your answer is going to be 19 and negative 11. It won't work.
So yes. You can't change, like you know how down there at 7 and negative 7, you can't do 27 and negative 27?
Up there?
Yeah.
No. You have to wait until these are by themselves.
Because I did.
Yeah, you got the wrong answer, right?
I got 11.
But you didn't get the other one.
Yeah, I got 9%.
You got half of them. That's 50%. That's an F. Carlos?
Why doesn't the negative 4 change to a positive 4?
Where?
Right.
Inside the absolute values?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what x is. Yeah, everyone knows that the absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2. Yes, I give you that. But you have no idea what x is. What if x is 100? 100 minus 4 is 96 positive. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. So that's what we have done. This is what we're adding to the ball game. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Question. What's up?
No,
Okay.
I'll wait.
My arm's getting tired, but
Maybe you should have kept on the bottom.
I made a mistake. This should be this way.
Okay.
Now, how do you remember these? Well, less than. Add a D to it. You get an and. Greater. It's an or. Less than. Greater. Okay? Good? Now, what does an AND graph look like? Like that, right?
Yeah.
Remember, an OR goes this way. Okay, because here comes some questions for you. I want to see if you can do this one. I'm positive. Give it a shot. They're already isolated. You don't have to do anything but solve at this point, Carlos. You draw a line underneath it, and you break it up into two with either an OR or an AND in between them. So, right off the bat, I draw a line. It's a greater than or equal to sign, so I'm going to put an OR in there, just so I know. What's this going to be? An AND statement. This is an OR statement, so my graph better look like this when I'm done. So, 4x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 6, or 4x minus 5 is less than or equal to negative 6. Why did I flip the sign? I brought in a negative. And you flip it. I multiply this by a negative. You flip the sign. At this point, everything else is the same that we've already learned. Plus 5, plus 5. 4x is greater or equal to 11. X is greater or equal to 11 fourths. Okay? Now I have to do this side. I'm going to add 5. 4x is less than or equal to negative 1. Divide by 4. Okay. I'll wait till you get caught up. Well, I'll graph it at least. You graph it. 0, negative 1/4. Put a circle. Do I color in these circles? Yes. And I shade this way. And I shade this way. Does that look like an OR graph? So I did that right. Now for my interval notation. Okay, people are still having trouble with this. You got to graph these on the same graph or you're never going to get them right. Okay? I read from left to right. I start out here. I go all the way to negative infinity. So I put that down. I go up to negative 1/4. Do I put a bracket or a parenthesis? Bracket. Then what do I put? Union. Bracket. 11 fourths to infinity. I give you a test. This is all I'm looking at. Okay? I think most of you still are graphing, which is good. That's fine. It helps you. But that is how you do these. The only thing I've changed is we're putting inequality signs on there. So I'll leave this one up here. I want you to do this side. So let's do this one over here. The only difference is this is an AND statement. And 2x plus 7 greater than negative 13. I'm sorry, I'm running out of room over there. We're going to minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, minus 7. 2x is less than 6. And 2x greater or equal to negative 20. Divide each side by 2. So x is less than 3. And x is greater or equal to negative 10. Okay, I will graph this one. So I go over here to negative 10, put a circle. Go over here to 3, put a circle. It's an AND statement. I want all the numbers greater than negative 10 and less than 3. That's right here. Right? Now the interval notation, again, you look at this, you go left to right. There's nothing on this side all the way up to 10. And it doesn't include 10, so then I go to 3. That would be the answer, right? Everyone have that?
Okay, wait, so if the sign on the original problem is less than, then it's the and statement.
Yes.
Okay.
First thing you do, that's why I went up here. The first thing I did on this one is I put an or statement.
Okay.
First thing here, and statement. All right, 2 more for you. I'm going to start doing the one on the left. I'll go really slowly, so if you've been stuck on something, you can see it and then move on. I'm going to add a 4. Negative 3x less than negative 12. Now I have to divide by a negative, which means I have to flip the sign. Okay? At this point, you stop, you draw the line. That's why I always say drawing a line on these. At this point, you can break it up. This is an or statement. At this point right here, it's an or statement. Up here, it wasn't. But when we get the absolute isolated, it is an or statement. So x is greater than 4, or x is less than negative 4. Okay? So we have negative 4 going this way and 4 going this way. If you're confused about being an or and an and, this will tell you in the end. You couldn't have an and statement that had these 2 things on it. That's an or statement. Now that one started off as an or statement. What do you think it switches to? An and statement, okay? So you do that one. Now there should be exactly the same. Okay, this one I would minus 9 from. Minus 9, negative 2, 4x plus 1. Greater than negative 3. I'm going to divide by a negative 2. Divide by a negative. I'm going to flip the sign. 4x plus 1 is 3. Right? 4x plus 1 is less than 3. And 4x plus 1 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Minus 1 minus 1. 4x2. X is less than 1/2. And then this one over here, I'm going to minus 1, I'm going to minus 1. 4x is greater than negative 4. I'm going to divide by 4. X is greater or equal to negative 1. Okay, I'm not going to graph this one. I'm just going to my interval notation. I know it's an and statement. I know negative 1 is smaller over
Why do you
here.
have negative 4 there? It should be negative 2.
Where?
Oh, I got it. Never mind.
So that will be your interval notation on that one. This one right here is kind of confusing, folks, and I'll show you the trick right here. Okay? Okay? Everyone got to this point? At this point, myself, I would just put no solution down. Why? It can't be negative. The definition of absolute value is the positive distance from 0 to that number on a number line. It cannot be negative. So a lot of people who went farther started saying, well, this one becomes positive and that one's negative, and yeah, if you start doing something that you think is wrong, take a step back and look. You can't have that at all. Okay? You might see that on your worksheet.
Wait, you can't have that negative 2 there.
No.
I think I almost like it, but it's gross.
Okay, now what I've done. What I've done for you now, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this, but I put my slides up ahead of time. If you want them before you come in here, they're in there. Everything I did today is right here. Okay. I'll still have another one. What I would do, if I was going to study for a test, the reason I put them up here is I would probably just copy the notes off, rewatch the video, and do the notes as I was watching the video. That's pretty good studying right there. Video will be up today. It should say no school. It should say no class there. And I don't know why there's an N there. I have to fix that. But
Do you know that you
Where's
go
she?
from 1 to 4?
yeah, I skipped Saturday and Sunday.
Oh. I didn't realize that you did that. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, for your homework, for your worksheet, let's just do up to 16. Nice to see you, Faith. Are you a new student here? You are? Where are you coming from? New Jersey. That's funny. My neighbors are from New Jersey. You don't have an accent like them at all.
I only lived there for about 3 months, so.
I see. Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Does that answer your question?
I'll have the video up if you want to see what we did today.
I didn't figure out ever show today.
Oh, Amber was even finished today.
I was like, just for a sec. I'm like,
Yeah, it was more than a second.
It's also my name, right?
Why?
See you later.
Hi, Mr. Rickson.
What's up?
I passed.
Pass it?
Yeah.
What'd you score?
On my mental testing, I got a 69. And for the physical, I think they just said I was good because my weight was over.
Did they give you a breathalyzer when you walked in?
Yeah. First thing they said was, okay, did you drink alcohol last night at the hotel?
That's the first thing.
Did you take drugs at the hotel? I had to wait like 4 hours to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I want you to do a pee test.
Sure, Easton.
No, I couldn't go to the bathroom until I got my first. That's okay.
You didn't sign your name, did you?
They made me. I wouldn't be able to leave until I sat there for like an hour reading the contract too.
And they made you sign up in the guard before you left?
Yes.
That ain't right.
Why they just need you
Wow.
so they can solicit you.
So I read it and I got to read my job too, my title.
What was your job?
I'm a M1 Abrams tank driver.
Well, are you going full active duty?
Yeah.
You are? That's a good
Yeah.
choice then.
Whenever they need me, I could go.
Are you going to